Good morning. The last but one article of our syllabus is selectivity. Selectivity of a radio receiver. Selectivity of a radio receiver is defined as ability of the radio receiver to reject unwanted signals and to allow only required signals into the radio receiver. Selectivity. As I told in the earlier lecture that let us suppose that there are 80 radio stations in the medium wave band from 630 kilohertz to 630 kilohertz to 1650 kilohertz. These radio stations are they are spread in this frequency band. They are neighbor to each other. First radio station neighbor into it, second radio station, third, fourth, fifth, and so on. When we use radio, we select one of these broadcasting stations. Two stations are not selected at a time. If two stations are selected at a time, the radio receiver will be poor quality radio receiver. Its selectivity will be very, very poor. And therefore, selectivity is defined as the ability of a receiver to reject unwanted signals. It means that if you want to tune to Aurangabad Parbhani broadcasting station, only Aurangabad Parbhani broadcasting station should be selected. The neighboring station should be completely rejected. There should not be interference of the sound due to two stations. If this is there, then the selectivity will be poor. The selectivity will be good if the tuning knob selects only one station at a time and rejects all the remaining stations. This is possible if frequency response of IF amplifier is good. This is possible if IF has good frequency response for a narrow band. The response of RF amplifier and mixer also plays a small but significant role on selectivity of the radio receiver. Let me repeat it. Selectivity is the ability of a radio receiver to select the wanted frequency band and to reject unwanted frequency band. This work should be done very perfectly. Then only we can have the audio information due to single station at a time. There is no noise, there is no interference of the sound, and the radio will be good quality radio. What factors are important to decide the selectivity? The frequency response of the IF amplifier. Intermediate frequency amplifier is very very important, it should be narrow for 10 kilohertz frequency only. Moreover, RF amplifier and mixer also plays a little but a significant role in deciding the selectivity of a radio receiver. Let me consider this as figure number 1. Next article, this as figure number 1. We need this figure because using this figure only we can find the selectivity of a radio receiver. Now, what to do to find the selectivity of a radio receiver? Select one of the radio receivers. Select one of the radio stations. If we assume that there are 80 radio stations in medium wave band, then we have to select only one station at a time. Let us suppose that the station selected has resonant frequency 950 kilohertz. Okay, then after selecting this carrier frequency for the radio station which is 950 kilohertz, the resonance frequency is 950 kilohertz. Now we have to use this setup, this physical setup, this standard setup for the curve of selectivity. Now what to be done? Here the carrier frequency selected is 950 kilohertz. Then FM will be 400 hertz, MA will be 30%. Input voltage is adjusted such that output obtained here will be 50 milliwatt. Output obtained here should be 50 milliwatt. Okay. Then after that, keeping the input voltage constant, you may go for other carrier frequencies 1000, 1050, 1100, 1150, 1200 up to 6000, up to 1650 kilohertz. Here also 900, 850, 800, 700 and so on. Input is kept constant, FM is kept constant, MA is kept constant, only the carrier frequency is varied. There is no need to go much away from 950 kilohertz in the lower direction as well as in the upper direction. You may have a difference of 2 kilohertz frequency, 2 kilohertz, 4 kilohertz, 6 kilohertz, 8 kilohertz and so on. The same on this side, 2 kilohertz, 6 kilohertz, 8 kilohertz and so on. Then you will find attenuation at 950, attenuation at 952, 954, 956, 948, 946, 944, 942, then 940 and so on. Lower frequencies, higher frequencies 952, 956, 958 and so on. Every time you find the attenuation. And if you do this, you will get this type of core. The attenuation may be expressed in decibel. Twenty, 40, 80, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120 and so on. If this is the resonant frequency 950 kilohertz, this side you may go with a set of, you can go with a step of 2 kilohertz or 4 kilohertz, 4, 8, 10 and so on. This side also 4, 8, 12 and so on. And you will find this thing. This curve is known as the selectivity curve. What does this mean? The attenuation is exactly 0 at the resonant frequency. But when the resonant frequency is varied in the lower direction or in the higher direction, we find that attenuation is increasing. As attenuation is increasing, selectivity is decreasing. This selectivity will be good if the IF amplifier has very narrow bandwidth of this type. It means that only one station is selected. Information in this station, information in this station, information corresponding to the earlier station, information corresponding to the later station will be completely cut if the frequency response of the IF amplifier is narrow. If it is not narrow, if it is wide, the selectivity will be poor. As the selectivity is poor at the output, instead of a single sound due to single radio station, you may get mixing of sound due to the selected station and nearby stations. If this is happening, then the selectivity is very poor and the radio receiver will be a poor quality radio receiver. If this is not happening, the sound heard is due to single broadcasting radio station which has this type of very narrow frequency response, then one station will select one IF station, one IF. I mean the intermediate frequency amplifier's response is such that it allows only the frequency band from one station only. It does not allow the audio frequencies from neighboring stations. If we have such a radio station, then it will have good selectivity and it will be a quality radio receiver. And then for this, to obtain this type of selectivity curve, we need to use this physical setup. We have to use this standard setup: AM modulator, dummy antenna, radio receiver, the R equivalent. It is having two controls: output frequency control, output voltage control, full volume control at the radio receiver, R equivalent is the load resistance which has value equal to resistance of the loudspeaker, and therefore this power will be measured by this power meter. This way, keeping this power 50 milliwatt constant, we can know the attenuation for varying carrier frequency, and we can find the type of selectivity the radio receiver has. If the radio receiver has this type of narrow frequency response, it has very good frequency selectivity. It has very good selectivity. It allows only one radio station to deliver the audio information. Neighboring stations will not be allowed. But if it is wide this way, in this region, there will be interference, noise, mixing of two radio stations at a time, and it will not be a good quality radio receiver. You cannot have quality output from such a radio receiver. This is about the last but one article, the characteristics and its measurement, selectivity of a radio receiver. Hope you got it. Thank you.